user experience here at Sports Sign Up. I'm basically in charge of all the, the new look and feel of all the new features kind of moving forward. So and obviously the the website aspect of things is a big feature where Sports Sign Up is now offering to new and existing customers. So as we're seeing right here, out of the box, this is if you have the feature turned on, this is basically what you're going to see. This webinar is going to talk a bit about how to customize that, and hopefully at the end, if we have some time, we'll get into some kind of custom questions and answers about anything you have in particular. But we're going to show you how to initially how to snazz this up and how to make it look your own and getting things like web menu items and custom content onto this page. First, just to give you a quick rundown on how to actually enable these features and activate, possibly if you're a current existing Sports Sign Up customer, you have access to a free trial of all these new features, and that's simply you can do that by ultimately clicking any of these new features. You'll see a little splash screen that gives you the buttons to activate your free trial. You can also do this exact same method if you go through Setup, Organization Settings with the new Sports Sign Up account plans. You can see a very high-level overview of what the plans are and what the features are, and you can start your premium account trial from there as well. I'm going to switch over to Christie's Little League, which is already a full-blown site activated and out of trial just for this demonstration purpose. So again, today we're going to be talking about the website section of the menu here in particular. A quick overview of these is we're going to the view public website. Obviously, we'll open this your public website so you can view it. Website news and content. That's where we're going to go to add content to your website, such as the latest news. Any articles, any of these menu content here. Alerts is if you're familiar with the old Sports Sign Up welcome page, you'll remember there were alerts that you could put on your welcome screen. That's where we're going to go for that. And again, we're going to get into details for all these. I'm just doing a quick rundown right now. Menu sections, just like it sounds. That controls the user controllable left menu here. There's a different section we'll talk about to edit the menus at the top. Photo albums, again, another nice feature is you have the option to post photo albums and photos throughout your organization. File attachments, that's again also like it sounds. It's where you can upload files for attaching to news articles and to menu items. And sponsors, which is a nice new feature, is a sponsors section which allows you to one, list sponsors. Again, we'll get into showing them here. One allows you to list sponsors for your organization, but it also gives you the ability to upload your own custom banner ads on various spaces throughout the site, which is a lot of our leagues and organizations really using for promotion and fundraising. So it's a very nice feature. So to jump right into this, we're going to. So again, this is what we're seeing right out of the box. Once you activate your premium trial. This is basically what you're going to see out of the box. We give a few example menu items. We give you a little default article just so you can see what it's going to look like. Your current welcome page header banner is going to automatically be transferred over to your full premium site, so that's going to be there. And again, you can edit that and have that different than your welcome page if you want. Again, give you a quick rundown of this page if some of you haven't seen it before. All the features we offer appear across the top. Divisions and teams is going to give you a list of your divisions and teams, because again, with these premium websites, each team also gets their own website for you to use. League standings, again, just like it states, is it's going to give you a nice, clean version of the league standings. And these automatically update as you add games and you add game scores into the system. So that this is all generated dynamically. The same with the schedule. If you're using what the new scheduling features with the premium plan, your schedule is automatically going to be populated on the schedule page for the public to see. The same with results. As you add results, you're going to see the team names and results here. Stats. If you're an organization or a sport that keeps track of stats, your statistics will all appear here. If you're not, again, there's fully options to turn these off and on, and we'll get into that as well. Going back to the league home. We have a couple widgets that are by default shown on this page. Upcoming events will show the next three to five upcoming events that are for your league. Things like uniform pickup days and registration cutoff dates and all that stuff. You're welcome to add to the schedule. Little standings widget. If you do happen to have more than one division, this will automatically just scroll through and give your users a fun little way to see the standings. But now I want to get into really how to kind of jazz up this page a bit and customize it to your own. For example, this background. Now this is just the standard kind of gray background we offer by default. But you may want it to jazz it up and put something a little more little fun on there. So all of the settings that are kind of one-time settings, things like your header graphics, things like these background images. We'll also talk about Facebook and Twitter links as well. All these things that you kind of typically set up a one-time only, they're found in the setup menu, and then everything else you kind of do on a day-to-day basis, like adding articles and stuff like that, are found under the website menu. So for this case, if we want to do a nice new background, that's kind of a one-time thing. So we're going to go to Setup, we're going to go to Website Settings, and we're going to go to the General tab. I just happen to have that open. Again, our General tab under Website Settings contains most of the settings needed for the one-time setup of your website. If you have a custom domain, those are also supported. Basically, we have some directions on how to forward your site to the sports sign-up server. So your custom domain, if you happen to have ChristieCityLittleLeague.com, for example, you don't have to use the ChristieCity.sportsignup.com. The website look and feel, you have the option to change some colors, which we'll get into as well. But as I was speaking about here, we want to change this background image to something a little bit more pretty. So organization background image, we're going to select the file to upload. And because I wanted an image, I'm going to select this little image here. I'm going to make my background color just happen to match my image color. Quickly hit Save Changes. And when I go back to my front page here and refresh, I see a fancy new grass background here with a black background. Just a nice little change from the gray, and customizing your site is just that easy. Also in this case, for example, my organization colors are red and not this blue here, so I'm going to want to change that. Very simple as well. A great little color picker. You can find the exact color you want for your organization. Hit save. Hit refresh, and we should see those changes happen right away. Also, as I mentioned earlier, these are all the default features that come out of the box, and these are also changeable. For example, if a good example is a lot of house leagues don't keep stats of players. Like their league's not about that. It's just a fun league for everyone to have fun with. So all the options here are very just one-click statistics off. Again, hitting save, hitting refresh, and now notice the stats link will disappear. And you'll notice that all of these links can be turned off and on. depending on what your organization needs. Social network URLs. Nowadays, most people have a Facebook or a Twitter site. So you'd obviously put your full organization's Facebook account here and your organization's Twitter account there. The system will automatically detect if you have anything in those boxes. And again, with a simple refresh of your front page, you'll now see a handy Facebook and Twitter link that your users can go right off to your Facebook and Twitter pages. Menu sections, fully customizable, and again, we offer these 5 kind of out of the box. Some of them are auto-populated, locations, for example. I already happen to added Lakeview Park to my schedule as one of my locations. So by default, this menu article is going to pick up. You're going to pick that up from the system and give your users a nice map. Etc. It'll list all of them here, depending on how many locations you have. But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to add another menu section. And again, since menu sections kind of they're frequently changed, kind of season to season as you want to get more info out. They're not located in the setup option. They're located in the website settings. So we're going to go to website settings. Menu sections. And we should see a list of the current 5 menu sections that we have there. Welcome, registration, locations, all there. And these are fully customizable, as in you can remove them, you can reorder them. If you want the locations to be at the very bottom, you want contact us to be at the very top. Those changes happen instantly. So a quick refresh, and you'll now notice the new order. Again, adding a menu section is very simple. The top right is a nice big Add New Menu Section button. I'm going to add a new menu section for organization. We'll call it uniform information. So basically, I'm just adding a section to tell parents about uniforms. Maybe it's an article about pickup days or something about sizes. Whatever you want about uniform information. So we've created this menu section. Now, with every menu section, we need some content for the menu section. So we're going to go to website content, website news and content. By default, we should see a uniform information content item, because basically when you create a menu item, the system's automatically going to create a uniform information content item for you. So I can click on that to edit it. And we have a few options here for editing. We can add a picture. So for example, let's go with we'll just put one of these pictures as an example. Uniform information. And we can put uniform information here for parents. Again, there's a few options here I'll quickly go through. For the menu, basically we're telling you what menu section to, what it's going to be under. Uniform information. Content written by, that's optional. By default, it's going to be whoever the logged in user is. And there's a few more options here that I'll talk about when we start talking about news items. But for now, I think this is probably good for this content item. Save website news and content. Now, if I go back to our Leak homepage, you'll see our uniform information menu item. I'm going to click it. There's the picture that I uploaded. And there's the content. It's really that simple. With menu options, there are the ability for submenus. I'm not going to go into how to add submenus and stuff in this quick webinar. If you need any help with that, it's very straightforward. But if you need any help, the support department can help you with any custom questions you have regarding submenus. I want to kind of now move into showing you how to add nice big photo slideshows and new articles to the front page of your site. And again, this is just all under website news and content, because again, these are content items. So we can go website news and content. And now let's pretend we want to write up a nice little article about say a tournament that we had this past weekend. We want to add a picture on the slideshow to really promote the tournament that we had this past weekend. So we're going to add new website news and content. And then we're going to display this under news, because this is just a standard news item. We don't want to display it under uniform information because there's nothing to do with that. It's not anything to do with locations. This is just standard news, so we want to put it under the news subject. Headline: 2014 Summer Tournament. A big success. Typing's atrocious tonight. We get an image. We'll choose one of these fancy images here. Now here's where really more of these checkbox options come into play. Display on front page. If that is checked, basically we're telling the system to display this article on the front page, which is down here under latest news. Display this article on the front page slideshow. If that is checked, it's also going to display up here in the slideshow. We'll see in a second. And there's a few particular options that go with the slideshow. The system is very flexible. If your image isn't exactly this size, pardon me, you have the option to resize the image to fit that front page slideshow automatically. If your image is smaller, for example, if you have a small logo on a white background, you may want that logo just on here, but then you may want the background white. So then this gives you the opportunity to customize that background for the slideshow. The slideshow preview text is transparent. Again, more just nice details. For example, that comes in handy if your image happens to be the full size of this, of the slideshow here, and you don't want this text to overlay on top of the image. Then you'll check that checkbox. So there's plenty of options to make sure your slideshows are looking as good as possible for your end users. So again, the preview text, we're going to say the 2014 and fun was had by all. And we just saved it. So now you'll notice that it's the latest one you're the latest article you worked on is the top one on the list. Active, it's checked. That means it's active to the public to see. Frequently, a lot of users will have content that they kind of reuse year after year. So they don't want to delete it, but they don't want to have it on their public site all year round. So they'll just make it inactive for a period of time, and then the next year comes around, they'll just activate it again. Optionally, some leagues will work on an article for a week or two, so they'll keep it inactive so they can continually work on this article, especially if it's a larger menu item. Then make it active when they're ready to have it published to the public. Front page it does the exact same as the front page checkbox when we were editing this article or creating it. It's going to display this article on the front page. So right now you'll see we have two checks. We have a welcome to our website, and then once I refresh this page, you'll see the one we just added. 2000 Summer Tournament, a big success. The slideshow again does just that. It makes sure that it adds this particular article to the slideshow. And again, here you'll see we have two. We have our welcome to our website, our initial article, and we have the new one, the new 2014 Summer Tournament, a big success article that we just created. added to the slideshow, and now that you'll see 2 items on the slideshow, and they just automatically scroll through every few seconds, and they link to a full site article. So obviously you could write a whole 2 or 3 pages about your tournament here, and but on your league homepage, just have a quick little blurb preview about the article and a nice picture about the December tournament. So that's ultimately venues and content in a nutshell. There's plenty of flexibility and control. You can control how many articles display on this front page. Some customers don't want to use the slideshow, so there's flexibility there, and all little options you'll find in the setup that control that. I'm going to move on to, now that we've added some content in the slideshow, I'm going to move on to a few of these features up here. In particular, right now we're talking about photo albums. It's a fun little feature that it gets the parents engaged or users engaged to come back and visit the site. Kids always love seeing seeing themselves in pictures. With their teammates, so it's a fun feature, and it's very easy to use. So if they're going to go to, again, website, photo albums, we're going to, right now we have none, so we're going to add a new photo album, and we're going to add, for example, we're going to add a photo album for, might as well keep it on the same topic here for the 2014 summer tournament. So we created the album, and now we want to add some photos to it. Currently there's 0 photos, add photos. So I selected these four images off off my computer. You have the option to add some captions. And of course, you can delete photos, if need be. So now, if I go back to my Christic Little League page, I'm going to do a quick refresh. Under the Photo Albums tab, I should see our 2014 Summer Tournament photo album. It's going to tell me we have 4 photos. And if you click on it, it's going to give you a preview of all the photos. And if you click on there from there, it's going to give you a nice little slideshow. Where your parents can save photos if this happens to be their child, and scroll through them nicely to see a nice slideshow of the 2014 Summer Tournament. It's a small basic feature, but it's a fun, powerful feature. Back in the league homepage, if you happen to have any photo galleries, as a widget, the system's automatically going to pull the latest photo gallery and highlight it on your homepage here, just to help promote more aspects of your site. Now I'm going to add what used to be the admin alerts, which are now just alerts. It's a quick way to get a quick message out to anyone that's visiting your site. Again, if you're an old sports sign-up welcome page user, again, you'll remember that as the admin alerts that showed on your welcome page. Again, these are now under website simply alerts. I'm going to create a new alert. And you say, as an example, uniform pickup is this Friday. And we want that starting today, and we want it to end on Friday. So I hit save. And that will now create a new alert on the front page on the front page of your site. These ones actually take just a few minutes to show up because they have to go into our database, and the database has to do some stuff. So give it about 2 minutes and that'll be there. I'm going to move on to sponsors while we kind of wait for that. Again, as I briefly mentioned earlier, sponsors is a great way for use an organization to possibly raise extra funds, paying for sponsorships, for banners on the website, all which can be integrated right into registration. I know we have many customers that will have it as a custom question. Do you want to sponsor a large website banner for $100, and then have it added to the your child's registration. So it's a great easy way to raise more money and to collect additional funds online. So I'm going to run through how to add a quick sponsor to the system. Again, it's for the website, so it's on your website, sponsors. And we're going to simply add a new sponsor. In this case, now we're just going to pick say we have our local car dealership is one of the sponsors of the league. So it's for argument's sake, we'll just call it Doug's Dodge Dealership. And there's some options here. I know show sponsors on all the team websites. It defaults to yes, so that does exactly what it sounds. It's going to show this particular sponsor on all the team websites. So if this is an entire league sponsored, you want to do that. Show sponsors on the organization website. That doesn't apply quite yet, but it will soon if you happen to be a bigger organization that has many sports. You'll have an organization website that has many sports sites, so you can show it on the organization websites. You have the option, obviously, to put phone numbers in here, addresses. You can also highlight their website, dogs.com. Give them an email address if you like as well. We're going to set the logo. Let's see if I have a logo here for here. I got some banners. I'll just use a small banner as their logo for now. And now here's where we talk about banner ads. So we've added the sponsor in the system, and now they have the option to do small banner ads and large banner ads. You'll see the difference right away here in a second once I add one for each. Going to add a large banner ad. And again, with the banner ads, you also have the options of just to show this banner ad on all the team websites. Show this large banner ad on all the team websites because some of the team websites may have their own advertisers that you don't want to bombard with all the league advertisers. So you've got some options there. So we're going to save the sponsors here. Now, if I go back to our league homepage and refresh, click on sponsors, you'll see Doug's Dodge Dealership is allowing this listed as a sponsor. This is what I uploaded has his logo. It gives all the information for Doug's Dodge Dealership. Back on the league homepage, you'll now see this appear. This was happened to just be the banner I had for Doug's Dodge Dealership. Probably not a great one, but that's what I uploaded. So this was Doug's Dodge Dealership banner, large banner, and this was Doug's Dodge Dealership's small banner. I should have picked a sponsor that was a little less of a tongue twister. And again, these banners can have links to your sponsors' websites. They can link to article pages, sponsor article pages if you do that. And you can have multiple banner ads too. So if I had 2 or 3 or a dozen league sponsors with banner ads, these would just simply rotate through, equally giving all the sponsors an equal share of display of their banner ads. A few minutes have passed, so here's the alert that we added earlier. for for urgent messages that have to go out. Again, these are the timed alerts that this should disappear Friday morning. And just to do a quick rundown of, I know a lot of you probably haven't seen the new features on new sites yet. Next week's webinar kind of goes more into scheduling, which we'll kind of talk more deep into creating schedules, adding schedules, how they affect standings and results. But again, the standings are going to show a nice standings page. Schedules and results are going to do the same thing. I also mentioned earlier that every team gets their own team website. Those are found under the divisions and teams menu here. In my league, I just happen to have one division called Tight Boys. And under Tight Boys here, I have many teams. One is the Blue Jays. And again, these are fully customizable as well. They don't have to be. One of the nice things about the system is that most of the things that are dynamic a lot of the features are dynamic. So when the standings are updated, they're going to be updated on the league website, all the team websites. When the schedule is updated, it's going to be automatically updated on the team websites and the league websites. The same as results and stats. And these are all fully controllable by the league or the coach. You'll have some go-getter coaches that that want to keep track of stats and write team articles and do team photo albums, and then you'll have the coaches that unfortunately just don't have time for that. But the good thing about the system is that their site's still going to be up to date. Their team results page is still going to be up to date with the latest results, and the standings and such are going to be up to date with the standings. So that's one of the features of the team pages. But and again, the team pages can be totally customizable, have their own header graphics, their own background. So I'm on the Blue Jays team here, so I could theoretically if I wanted to do a nice complete header graphic that featured the Blue Jays, a custom background, and do custom articles and photo albums, all just related to the Blue Jays. And again, obviously, permissions and security is an important issue here. Sports sign up. So if a coach can obviously not add photos or add news articles to your league website. They can, with given permission, they can only add photos and news articles to their own team websites. So it's very secure that way, and so you don't have to worry about rogue coaches adding crazy photo albums or editing your front page slideshow of your organization's website. So in a nutshell, that's a very quick. I apologize. I know I speak really quickly. That's a quick overview of the new Sports Center website features and what you can do. There's no doubt we just kind of we barely scratched the surface on adding articles and flexibility that way. But I think once you get in there and start playing with it, you'll quickly figure out how easy it is to use. And of course, our support department is always here to answer any questions you need. I think we're going to I'm going to give it to Christina to open the floor for any quick questions we may have now. Then hopefully I can help you out.
Thanks, Chris. I am going to see. So, if for the attendees out there, if you look on the strip of icons, one of them should be a hand. So that's essentially like raising your hand. So if anyone has a question that they want to ask, then just raise your hand, and I will unmute you, and you can ask, or you can add it to the question section, and we'll deal with it that way. So I'll give you guys a couple seconds. So far, we've had very few. I've been going back and forth with one of the attendees tonight about the registration question button. So they were asking how is it that I get that registration button to show? And
oh, sure.
Yep.
The registration button shows automatically based on the opening and close dates of your session's registration. So if you have it set that your sessions registration is not open until November 1st and close on December 1st, this button will automatically appear on November 1st and then close on December 1st. It's a good feature, so you don't have to worry about coming in and turning that register button on or turning that register button off. The system is going to handle it for you automatically.
And of course, it's smart enough to know that it's linking to your specific registration site, which is good.
Absolutely.
All right. It's a quiet bunch, which is good news because hopefully that means that you've answered a lot of questions that they had when they signed on to this webinar. That's what we hope. If you think of something after the fact, just like Chris said, you can always feel free to reach out to support. That's what they're there for, and they're super good at answering questions. So please let us know if anything else comes up, and we hope to be able to chat with you again next week on our new scheduling features webinar. So thank you all so much for your time tonight. We really appreciate it, and thanks, Chris. This has been really helpful.
Thanks, everyone. We appreciate it.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.